about 9 years ago, with the help of Asia Society, we started Vaughn Next Century Learning Center in Los Angeles. This is a high poverty community, so we are serving 3,000 low-income, majority English learners. The mission of our school is to make sure the students are college and career ready, digitally and globally competent. And the main tool to go toward that is to make sure that they understand the interdependence of all nations.
Visa is a school that we helped create from the ground up. Our schools have historically been in low-income and under-resourced communities. We're very proud of the fact that in our communities where, for example, the graduation rate generally is maybe no more than 50%, our graduation is around 90% generally. And we instill in every one of those students the belief that they have the opportunity and maybe even the responsibility to be an actor on the world stage.
Way back when we first started, children would be absent from school because they had to stay and take care of the younger brothers and sisters, or they had to go translate for the parents. And those factors were very important for us to address and make sure that we provided resources for our parents, opportunities for them to leave them here later if they needed to. Our parent conferences are actually scheduled in the evening to make sure that our parents do have the time to be a part of their children's education. If they can't make it here, we go look for them. We go to the home, whatever it takes.
We're a small school, but we have a really big spirit. Kids come here and they know how safe they are. In that sense, every day their day is transformed because they're coming out of a neighborhood that, isn't always the kindest, and they know they're coming into a place that's here for them.
The teachers are really helpful if you have a little bit of personal issues because you have that one-to-one connection.
You're getting much better at picking out what is the significant evidence and being able to point to it and say, this is significant and I can see why.
This school has helped me achieve my goals. I've been able to travel to DC, been able to meet people that are very important. As well, I've been able to learn so much more than I would have at a regular public school.
We're introduced to topics here at school that are specifically designed to help us develop ourselves as leaders and do stuff for our community. So we're a very active school, so our students are exposed to a lot of projects that emphasize leadership and presentation. Is there any other observations that you guys had? Yes, Alex?
The battery wasn't really fully charged.
Yeah, so especially with the NHC, your NHC, what do we consider the NHC as the robot? What is the NHC to the robot? The brain. So if your brain's not working, your robot's not working.
Being able to communicate orally, body language, in writing, in more than 2 critical world languages. That's why we have mandatory Mandarin Chinese beginning in middle school.
苹果西瓜香蕉字典杂志
Why we focus on global competency is because they can't see the world because of limited resources. And the fact that they can learn about perspectives, that they can learn about conflict, they can learn about things that are going on in the world because it's brought into their teaching every day.
With the help of Asian Society and the coaches, they work with our teachers in developing units, developing projects that will allow teachers to bring in that global aspect that would allow students to investigate, to research problems and come up with solutions and then take action.
I use project-based learning, and so each product, they have choices that they need to make. Whether it's designing the project themselves, saying we want to make art on a certain topic, or if I present a topic to them, and then they need to find out, well, what am I going to say about this topic?
This project started out as a situation or a current problem happening globally, and so I picked something that many people try to avoid talking about: child trafficking. This represents kids all over the world, whether it's kids here in America, kids in Mexico, in China, in Africa especially. And yeah, I just kind of wanted to show it to my peers, be like, this is what's going on, guys. You guys may try to avoid it or you could hear of it, but you really don't go into detail. But a lot of these kids that are just like us go through this, and just be aware of it.
Here, parents and the kids are non-English speaking. Many are first-generation immigrants. But yet, we did not look at these risk factors that can be turned to opportunities. They are immigrants. They came from another country. They know about the war. They know about child labor. They know about poverty. So those risk factors are absolutely great ingredient for success. Now tracking them with our record into UCLA, Berkeley, Stanford, and travel and work in all the developing countries in the future. The world is one place. One world, one dream.